Welcome back to Minglewood Hall, and time now for the Middleweight Division Championship, which is vacant. Here comes Daniel the Diesel Sullivan from Biloxi, Mississippi, fighting out of Alan Belcher's MMA club. An all-around solid fighter, very strong 185-pounder. He's been wrestling since he was 10 years old, and he is a horse.
This guy is a monster for 185. I can't believe he made the weight, but I saw it with my own eyes, Greg. This is going to be a great fight at 185 for the title. This guy comes in, he's strong, he's got great hands, he's got good ground. He's going to give Dekaire everything he wants.
Sullivan 4-1, 26 years of age. So the same record as his opponent, Dekaire the Sandman Sanders. Again, this is for the Middleweight Division Championship, which is vacant. And remember, Sullivan's opponent, Dekaire the Sandman Sanders, gave up his V3 light heavyweight belt to go down in weight to fight for this middleweight crown. Sanders won the title, beating Donnie Woods, and defended against Carlton Little. So certainly it will be a challenge for this 26-year-older from Biloxi, Mississippi. Daniel the Diesel Sullivan, who makes his way inside the V3 cage. Nice round of applause as he gets a nice following here in Memphis, about 5 hours away from Biloxi. Now, the lights dim, come back on, the music changes, and get ready to say hello to Jackson, Tennessee's Dekaire the Sandman Sanders. And he has put some opponents to sleep, no doubt about it, fighting for Gladiators Combat Club.
Absolutely. They don't call him the Sandman for nothing. Dekaire's got great hands. He's got great stand-up. He knows how to throw them, and he knows how to work it. He's got good takedown defense, and he's got good defensive jiu-jitsu. So look for Dekaire to throw in there, get it going, and fight his kind of fight.
Trains with Paul Rainey. He's also trained with Joel Cooper and Ryan Collins, two terrific V3 fighters in their time. And as you mentioned, he has an all-around game, but great punching power, great pound and ground skills. Time now to take a look at the tail of the tape, brought to you by Game Changer Clothing. Sanders from Jackson is 4-1, 185 pounds. He is 6'4" and a freestyle fighter. Meanwhile, Sullivan from Biloxi, also 4-1, also tipped the scales at 185. He's an even 6 foot, so he gives away 4 inches to his opponent, and also a freestyle fighter. Sullivan 26, Sanders a little bit older. He's 33 years old, so he's a veteran. But this one should be fun. How do you see it?
It depends on what kind of fighter we see from Dekaire. If he's shown up, he's had a good camp, I think he'll do very well versus Sullivan.
Sanders now in the cage, taking a couple of warm-up laps, and we are set for the formal introduction of these two fighters, Sanders, Sullivan, and here's Michael Kelly.
V3 Legion, this championship bout is for the vacant V3 middleweight title, and it's brought to you by Minglewood Hall, and it's set for 3-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the black trunks with the white trim. At 6 feet even, he weighed in at 185 pounds. A freestyle fighter with an MMA record of 4 wins and 1 loss. Representing Alan Belcher's MMA and fighting out of Biloxi, Mississippi, Daniel the Diesel Sullivan. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner. He was the black trunks with the gold trim. At 6 feet 4 inches, he weighed in at 185 pounds. A freestyle fighter with an MMA record of 4 wins and 1 loss. Representing Gladiators Combat Club and fighting out of Jackson, Tennessee, Dekaire the Sandman Sanders.
Third man in the cage, the veteran UFC referee Herb Dean with final instructions.
All right, gentlemen, you know the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Keep it clean. Tough gloves. Let's do it.
Both fighters with tremendous power. One punch knockout power for both?
Definitely, most definitely, all the way.
Scheduled for 3 rounds, 3-minute rounds, the vacant V3 Middleweight Division Championship. Round 1, here we go, Sanders and Sullivan.
Sullivan is one of Alan Belcher's top amateur fighters. And Dekaire Sanders, one of the top amateur fighters in the state as well. So look for both of these guys to stand their ground and see who will win.
On the ground, who has the advantage?
Sullivan. Standing, I think Dekaire does because he has more reach.
Again, as I mentioned, Sanders at 6'4", Sullivan 6 feet.
As you can see, the respect that each other are receiving from the other.
Well, feeling out process here early on in this fight.
No, Steph, I was just about to say, I look for Dekaire to strike first with the hands.
Uses that left to jab, tries to come up with that right as his power punch, his knockout punch. And a wild left hook off the mark by Sullivan.
Dekaire's using that jab to find his range. I think he's going to unload something here.
And right now, Sullivan's trying to figure out how to reach his opponent.
Oh.
He says, the heck with it, I'm going to go for the takedown. Sanders spinned him down to the ground, and then very quickly, Sullivan back up on his feet.
Nice move by Sanders. Sullivan is an extremely good wrestler. Collegiate level wrestler. So if he gets in on your legs, you're definitely going down.
And he gets on top, you can forget about it.
Nice leg kick. I want to know where that scratch came from. Good combo by Dekaire.
Nice combination. Misses there with the right. Oh, a big right by Sanders. Hit him square on the jaw. Another leg kick.
Sullivan, he hasn't been tagged like that in a while.
Again, the reach has been a problem right now. He's missed wildly 3 different times. He does have a scratch on his chest, as you pointed out, Rick.
Now he's got a broke nose, if you can see that thing swelling up right now.
Leg kick from Sullivan. Minute to go in round number 1. V3 Middleweight Division Championship. It's vacant. One will walk away with the belt.
So far, I'm very impressed with Dekaire right now. He looks tight, looks on point right now.
Both 5 fights under their belt. Both 4-1.
That right barely missed.
Boy, Sullivan looked into his corner and almost got caught.
Yeah, Dekaire took advantage of that. Almost drilled him with that Superman right after it, too.
Yeah, just a glance. And again, he's wild on that lead right. Can't reach Sanders.
That sometimes happens because when you're fighting somebody with a lot more reach than you, your technique goes out the window because you can't get in as close as you want to. So he's going a little more power, a little more wild than he wants to.
But I'm surprised he's not trying to go for the big takedown and do what he does normally on the ground as we're under 10 seconds to go in the first round. There's a nice leg kick. Oh, there's a big right by Sullivan. Oh, and he tagged him.
Oh, yeah.
And now a big takedown. There it is. But that's going to do it for the first round. So the fireworks with about 10 seconds to go in the round. Wow. We're coming back for round 2.
Oh, yeah.
V3 Middleweight Division Championship. You're watching V3 Fights.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Snackin' with Sasquatch. Feed you wild side.
Welcome back to Minglewood Hall.
Get her out.
And they are trying to patch up the eye of Sanders, but after the ticks of the clock went off, and we're ready for action here. So they did what they could to work on that cut, which came in the final 10 seconds of round number 1. Round 2, here we go. Sullivan in the black trunks with the white trim. The Middleweight Division Championship on the line. So those last 10 seconds of round 1 was crazy.
Nice. Yeah, each fighter now knows what the other one can do. So Dekaire's got a lot of great reach, what I pointed out at the beginning, and Sullivan has some monster power.
So we'll keep an eye on that cut above the left eye of Sanders. You mentioned the scratch on Sullivan's chest, and he got popped in that nose too, which you indicated could be broke.
And if you look at the left front leg of Sullivan, you can see some huge monster welts on it when he turns back towards us. Dekaire has been working that leg like it's his job.
Sanders moves those hands around.
Nice check by Dekaire.
See those hands going back and forth, back and forth?
One thing I like about Dekaire's side, he's got a lot of movement. Always doing a little movement.
Right. Sullivan with a right that is a little bit off the mark, kind of a glancing blow. Sanders with a left hook that didn't have much pop behind it.
Oh, somebody should have delivered there. They both faked each other out.
More of a dog and pony show right there. Not much happening.
Superman.
Yeah.
He didn't have much traction on that when he tried to push off. I think he slipped a little bit.
Are you surprised Sullivan's been not as active as we thought he would be?
I am a little surprised. I think he's taken back. He didn't realize how much length Dekaire actually had. Dekaire's 4 inches taller than him.
Exactly. Kenny's going to look for his spot here. You got to figure eventually. He switched a little there. He went southpaw for a second, switched up. Another leg kick by Sanders. I got to think that Sullivan's going to look for a takedown here. Somewhere he's trying to figure out where to get in.
Man, Sullivan's got to stick to his game, which is a big ground game. He needs to get Dekaire down.
Exactly.
You know, but Dekaire stuffed 2 of the takedowns.
Right.
So I think that's playing into the mind of Sullivan right now.
And I think he's wondering how much punishment is he willing to take if he goes in for the takedown right now, because you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Here's the wild right again, off the mark. Sullivan has had a tough time with that reach. There's no doubt about it, that height advantage we talked about. Nice leg kick once again by Sanders. He's scoring with that leg, no doubt about it. The judges, John Eaton, Matt Thomas, Kevin Haynes, keeping an eye on this middleweight championship.
Yeah, and this is a very hard round to score because both fighters have pretty much landed the same punches back and forth.
This round has been standing. Nothing to the ground here as we approach 10 seconds to go in the second round.
Look for Sullivan to go for another takedown.
We had fireworks in the final 10 seconds of the first round. Couple of wild shots off the mark. Here comes the takedown. Instead, Sullivan gets pushed down. Not too many fireworks there to end the second round, but we will go to a decisive third round for the V3 Middleweight Division Championship. You're watching V3 Fights.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Snackin' with Sasquatch.
Those aren't even cards.
Feed your wild side.
Welcome back. Middleweight Division Championship Round 3. Here we go. Third and decisive round. Dekaire the Sandman Sanders, Daniel the Diesel Sullivan. Sullivan in the black trunks with the white trim. You can see the name Sandman on the black trunks of Dekaire Sanders.
Like I said, Dekaire is working that leg like a part-time job, man. He will not let up on that. It's got to be killing him right now.
Got that jab in there as well. Very unorthodox, always moving. You pointed that out in the second round. Tried the overhand right there, a glancing blow.
Yeah, I feel like Dekaire is scoring a lot with his hits.
Sullivan now trying to get that takedown, and Sanders gets out of it.
Nice takedown defense again by Dekaire.
There is also a cut now over the...
Wow!
Oh! Sullivan felt that one. No doubt he was tagged.
Dekaire needs to be careful. You don't want to be overzealous in this. But yeah, he tagged him, Greg.
Tagged him, and you can see blood now to the, I guess, the side, right at the corner of the left eye of Sullivan. The left cut over Sanders' eye, but it hasn't been opened up because Sullivan can't get to him. Oh, and another big right! Sullivan comes right back. He wants the takedown, but look how strong Sanders is. He's preventing it from happening.
Absolutely.
He's tagging, and then he's defending. Oh, and there is a knee.
Oh.
Did they both get hit at the same time?
I think that is an MMA first right there.
Wow. That is something I have never, ever seen.
Oh, they both threw a knee, and they both hit in the man business, if you will, Greg.
Well, I absolutely saw the shot to Sanders. It was clear because he was facing me, and there was no doubt about it, and I saw it right away. And then I saw Sullivan go down.
Which Sullivan's actually a smart one because he's down in his corner getting advice right now, and Herb's putting a stop to that.
Boy, you have one of the best in Herb Dean. He knows all about it.
Herb's good.
Well, Sullivan's back on his feet. He's walking around. And Sanders gingerly back on his feet walking around. You have, what, 5 minutes, Rick, maximum?
You do have 5 minutes maximum injury timeout. So
I don't think you'll see that again in a couple of years max, or minimum, I should say. Now you'll see sometimes two fighters get knocked out.
Yeah, I've seen
Right.
the videos of that, but this is the first time the double
knee into the groin.
Double knee into the groin.
Not good. You don't want to be a part of it if you can avoid it. So Herb Dean doing his due diligence. Both fighters say they're ready to go, and here we go. Good sportsmanship here. Round 3, bucket and a half to go for the V3 Middleweight Division Championship.
Here we go. Just enough of a breather where they're going to lay it all out in the line.
Absolutely. And here's Sullivan again trying to get the takedown. There's a nice strong knee and another one by Sanders. And see, that's the problem. That's the worries about Sullivan. I'm trying to get him down. I know he's thinking about this, but what damage am I going to take? And look at the back of his leg.
Oh, yeah, I said that earlier. That leg has been worked. Whew.
Now looks like some blood out of the mouth of Sullivan. He's taken a beating from the Sandman. But does he have something left? We talked about his ability. If he gets it down to the ground, he is hard to beat, but he can't get it to the ground, and where you have less than a minute to go.
As you can see, Dekaire is hanging back because he thinks he's got this one.
Sanders spinned around and almost got caught by Sullivan, but just a little slow.
Yeah, don't turn your back on your opponent any second, even if you're in the middle of a kick.
Now, you never know what will happen on the judges' scorecards, but if you're Sanders right now, you got to feel pretty good that you got this fight. Would you think, Rick?
Yeah, he just tagging with a nice left, but yeah,
you don't want to you don't want to get taken down here.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get taken down, or you don't want to get rocked. You know he's got power, and right now Sullivan's like he's got to knock him out. You're going to see some fist fly right here because he's got to knock out Dekaire.
I think Sullivan right now is absolutely frustrated. He's tried to take down. Oh, wait, he did get him with a right. How about that? Missed with the overhand. Now they finally go down, but we're running out of time. And that will do it. Wow. Wow.
Great fight, great fight. I'm going to have to give that to Dekaire. Dekaire did enough, hit him with a good amount of power punches.
I think we saw frustration from Sullivan. The reach was a problem. He couldn't get in. And then when he tried to take him down, Rick, he couldn't get him down until the final moments. All right, we'll take a break. Rick McCracken will make his way inside the cage. We'll talk to the winner when we get our decision. We'll do that when we return. You're watching V3 Fights.
Taking advantage of employee pricing at The Performance Toyota? Listen closely. It just got better. Every new Performance Toyota, employee pricing plus $2,500 additional for your trade. Don't be fooled by imitators or imposters. Employee pricing and an additional $2,500 savings, plus 6-year, 100,000-mile warranty protection, only at The Performance Toyota, Winchester Road off 385.
Well, after 3 rounds of action here in the V3 cage, we go to the judges' scorecard for the decision. All 3 judges scoring this one for your winner by unanimous decision. And new V3 middleweight champion, Dekaire, the Sandman Sanders.
An impressive showing by the Sandman, who's the new V3 middleweight division champion. He improves to 5-1. Daniel the Diesel Sullivan falls to 4-2. Rick McCracken inside the cage now gets a few words with our new champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 85-pound champion, Dekaire the Sandman Sanders. Dekaire, in that first round, he hit you with that right. Man, that thing opened that cut. That was a monster shot.
Yeah, it was a great shot. I mean, he opened me up instantly. I started kind of having a little blurry vision, but I knew I just had to stay away, take my time.
Did that iron jaw mouth guard help you out in that?
Definitely. Definitely. If you don't have an iron jaw mouth guard, go get you one.
And there, straight from the mouth of the Sandman. Man, you picked him apart with that jab. Do you think your reach gave you a definite advantage?
Yeah, I definitely think my reach gave me an advantage. I've been working on my stand-up even more, improving with my new coach trainer, Greg Slack. We're in the Gladiators Comeback Club now. I've got great guys to train with. The next future light heavyweight champion, Paul Rainey. Wayne Kendall, the next 170 champ. Man, I'm talking about the talent pool at our gym is deep. I mean, not to mention the cross-trainer guys that we got coming across. It's all good.
Well, awesome, man. Congratulations. You're back. The Sandman is back. He's the new champion right here. Gave up the 205 belt. Came down to 185. Give it up one more time. Dekaire Sanders.